Did you set up a company then? Or?
I did,
Yeah.
yes. I set up actually the a company which was GEM, Global Events and Marketing. And in hindsight, I actually shouldn't have because I didn't have the business expertise. Whilst I understood about, you know, the development of one's brand, that's not all it takes to run a business, as you know. And so I set this up, and I remember being 23 and I had an office in Putney, and my older brother, who's in property, in business and gets it, and he kind of came into my office and started bossing me around, as you do as an older brother. And I said to him, don't boss me around, I'm a CEO now. And so that kind of showed my ignorance and naivety as 23. But what was good during that time is that I did the Justified tour, branding Eddie and Marty around that, and it was extremely successful. In fact, the first date was London, and off the back of the London one, they said this works, and it works well commercially as well as a brand building exercise. Let's take it across Justin's Justified tour across Europe. And then off the back of that, I did Mariah Carey, and I did Nike's Midnight Madness, and I did Eminem, and then got the phone call at 26 from Kanye King to go in as head of marketing for Mobo. And so I had the decision to make that, you know, I've got this company that as a business, I actually didn't enjoy running the business. I didn't enjoy staff management and you know, finance and what it took at that time to run a business, but I loved working on the campaigns. And so I made it a hard, really, really hard decision to say, actually, I'm not ready to run a business right now. I'm going to go in-house with Mobo. And so I did.
Wow. Well, it took a lot of guts, obviously, to be able to appreciate that and understand that.
And be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, you did a bit already by then, didn't you?
Yes, yes. It's
and you
time
weren't that
I'm
old,
talking
that's
about
what
it.
I'm saying. You weren't that old to go into.
No, I was 26
Yeah.
when I got the call from Kanye. And originally when I first went into Mobo, it was to act as a bit of a project manager around the brand, because a lot of people don't know, in the early days, Mobo Awards had various different agencies externally to the awards. They had a media buying agency and a PR agency for print and another PR agency for radio, etc. And so originally my job was to manage all of the external agencies. And I'm a bit of a... I get the commercial end of brand building, even at that age. And I said to Kanye, you know what? It would make a lot more sense financially if you brought a lot of this in-house and you had one person managing the brand in-house. And so Kanye, in beautiful Kanye fashion, said to me, you do it. And so there I was, 26, going on 27, head of marketing for the Mobo Awards, responsible for bringing in £1.3 million sponsorship deals. And once again, I said, feel the fear and bloody well do it anyway. And so I did.
Brilliant. It was a great success from what I read. No?
Yes.
Tell me about it. What did you have to do?
Well, I mean, I had to manage the team, the marketing team. I was responsible for all the commercial deals, from title sponsorship deal to, you know, deals with people like L'Oreal and HMV, doing experiential campaigns with HMV to bring, you know, footfall into the shop, but also to get people buying product of the artists that were going to be on the awards that particular year. And worked very, very closely with Kanya, who's, you know, to this day, a woman who I absolutely admire. I think she's phenomenal. And she gave me opportunity and she mentored me through the opportunity. And in addition to the awards itself and kind of looking at the branding and the marketing of the awards, we also had additional activities. So the Mobo Tour, which was a student tour, and the year that I was there, I got Atari to come on board as a sponsor for that particular tour, and that was great fun because I was still quite young myself, you know, only a few years out of university. And then in addition to that, working with some big names, obviously people like Beyonce had the L'Oreal deal, and looking at how we could maximise that deal around the Mobo Awards. But the way Mobo works, which a lot of people don't know, is that you do 6 months working like a crazy person, and then 6 months of the year where you've got a bit of downtime. And so I was 26, female, black, and The Guardian had written quite a bit about me, and so all of a sudden I was a role model, and found myself going out to unis and schools and colleges giving talks to young people.
Really?
And it was good until one young man came up to me, kind of baseball cap to the side, trousers half off, and he said, oh, you need to meet my boss. And I thought, really? And he gave me his card, bless him. And 2 weeks later, I was in front of Rio Ferdinand in Manchester.
Wow.
And that was his boss. And Rio was looking to do Rio's World Cup wind-ups, which turned out to be a bit like MTV Punk'd, where he was punking the starting lineup of that year's World Cup. So Beckham, Lampard, Rooney. And so, you know, my job was to work on the ITV show alongside Rio's, at the time, his commercial agent was a guy called Chris Nathaniel. And yeah, it was a phenomenal experience. Met Beckham.
Did you?
Gorgeous. It's the highlight of my whole career. I've told you all of this and I stop at Beckham. Gorgeous. But yeah, so that's I worked on that and did all of the deals. So one of the footballers, for example, would have a diamond encrusted watch, which is a Tourette's watch, £250,000 deal. That was me that did that deal. BlackBerry was new to market at the time, so we managed to get that in the hands of another footballer, obviously another deal, and I did that.